Ooh, that's nice and big, right? So this topic today is to hopefully motivate you as you are getting out there with your cameras. I got a really nice DM this weekend. Someone wrote me a beautiful DM, and they were very appreciative of the time we spend here on photography and how they were able to go out and they saw their photography improve because of our discussions that we have here. So I just say thank you so much for those that do listen and then take not only what we talk about here and they apply it. And we talk about photography. And I'm a photographer, and this is why I mean this I gear this, or I should say, tailor this our conversations here, especially the lessons portions of it, to those that are interested in photography and those that desire to pick up a camera and those that are also creatives because you have a lot to share and a lot to say in your expression using your camera. And being that all of us have a camera, we all have great cameras. I mean, if you have a smartphone that's 5 years old, you have an amazing camera with you at all times. And if you really want to learn photography, there's lots of opportunities to do so. But I try to make it. Another person wrote me this weekend, and she was saying, "Thank you for your shares on photography." And I wrote back to her. I said, "I try to keep it as basic. I know I could if I was in a photographer's like high, everyone's like, been in the profession for years, and these are all everyone's professional photographers, I could talk shop in that way. But I try to keep it as simple as possible. So that way you can take it in, hear the words, understand it clearly, and be able to apply it. If I talk about f-stops and the f-stop numbers, and if I talk about this, the shutter speed should be such and such, and then all the technical jargon, you really wouldn't get the essence of the conversation because you won't be able to apply it. And so I try to keep it as simple as possible when we're gathered here together. I see you guys are still talking about the war. Rashawn says, and I'm going to go right into that. Rashawn says, my great uncle served in the Korean War. Janet says, didn't hear much of the Korean War until college. Living room war equal books. See, it's one of those. It's a silent war. The Korean War was relatively short in comparison to other wars. It was right before Vietnam that lasted 18 years, with another 2 years getting the troops home that could come home. And I think that's what it gets drowned out by World War II, all the years at World War II, and then also all the movies and everything that was about the Vietnam War, and it gets drowned out. Even though we have like downtown Brooklyn, we have a whole park dedicated to the Korean War veterans. But yeah, I'm going to dig into that this year. That's another one of my homeworks for this year. Okay, let's talk shop. Let's talk shop. You look at this picture. I love this picture. I took this picture in Fort Greene Park at one of the Soul Summits. And I just love expressions and I love trying to capture people's, emotions. And as you look at this photo, I want to ask you a question. What is going on here? If you saw this in a gallery and it was sitting on the wall, hanging on the wall, not sitting, but hanging on the wall, what would you be saying that this photo is about? Hmm? Hmm? I'll give you some time to think it, process it, and then write in the comments. I want your participation. If you were in a gallery and you were looking at this photo, what is the message you are receiving by observing this photo? What is the message? What is the message? I see Kimmy Kim says joy. Kimmy Kim, oops, let me pop. Kimmy Kim says joy. Any others? Any others? What are you seeing? What are you seeing? You know, they say a photo speaks 1,000 words, right? It contains 1,000 words. What words are you getting out of here? What words? Jazzy says, that was my first thought. Jazzy says, love. Love. So we got Kim. Kimmy says, joy. Jazzy says, love. Anthony says, they're at an outdoor concert or a festival. Janet says, fabulous image. Her eyes and smile are where my eyes goes. Delight. Delight. Jazzy says, it's in her eyes. That's a good title for this photo, right? It's in her eyes. Rashawn says, happiness. Happiness. Aya says, dancing in joy and love. Dancing in joy and love. Jazzy says also, laughter. Kimmy says, comfortable with the closeness. Wow. You guys are getting it. Yeah, you guys are getting it. You guys are getting it. You guys are getting it. Any others? Any others before we proceed? Any others? Those were good. Those were good. I love all that you guys got from, because that's the beauty of a photographer's work, right? Or the painter, is when you stand in front of the work and you take it in. So here's our subject for today. Here's our Motivation Monday. The secret within, exploring the mystery of images. Motivation Monday. This is from the quote. You know, I always use our Motivation Mondays based on quotes, photographers. If a photograph is a secret about a secret, the more it tells you, the less you know. Every image holds within it a labyrinth of untold stories, emotions, and questions. It serves as a portal transporting the viewer to a moment frozen in time, but with no map to guide their journey. What lies beyond the frame? What emotions shaped their particular instant? Photography isn't just the art of observation. It's the art. Get that? Oh, sorry about that. Sorry about that. Got too far up. It's the art of interpretation and imagination. As photographers, we aren't merely capturing what is seen. We are preserving mysteries, cultivating curiosity, and evoking the intangible. Our lens translates reality into whispers, whispers that stir emotions without fully revealing their origins. Like Diane Arbus suggests, the more information a photograph provides, the greater its ability to obscure meaning, urging the audience to participate, question, and feel. I may pause there. There's a whole lot going on in this photo. Everything that you guys said was true. But I guarantee you that everything that each one of you said opened up another secret gate into into this photo. Every word that each one of you posted opened up another secret pass or passageway into the photo. Now, me as a photographer, I was there and I'm observing these everyone's this first of all, let me paint the picture for you. It's Soul Summit in Fort Greene Park. People come from all over the Northeast to participate in the dance fest from 12 noon to 8 p.m. at night. 8 hours of house music and dancing. And in this photo, I observed this couple. There was so much love between the two of them, something you guys mentioned. There was this amazing energy. I know without this is not offending to the people of different nationalities or different ethnic groups in the building or that are going to see this video. But there was a joy for me watching and observing this intense Black love. These two individuals, and someone said it's all in her eyes. He is just doing his thing. He's dancing. He's got her nice and close. She's feeling his closeness. Her eyes are gazing into his. It's a moment. It's a moment that I have the opportunity to freeze. Had the opportunity to freeze the moment. And the love, you could feel the energy through the lens. You could feel the energy through the lens. So all of you got it right. But again, every time you let your eyes move through the frame, you pick up new clues of the secrets that unveil themselves within the frame. That's why you got the old saying that a picture's worth 1,000 words. There's so much. Taking the time to let your eye move through the frame. Look at her eyes. Look at his mouth. Look at the energy. There you have it. Let's go to the next and we'll end it. Okay. In our work, we can embrace the power of the unspoken. Let our images be guides that lead viewers not to conclusions, but to questions that echo within them. That is where true engagement and artistry lie. The interplay between what is shown and what remains hidden. Right? Right? Can I say that again? The interplay between what is shown and what remains hidden. Because there's a lot going on that we will never know about this photo. Like what is in her mind when she's looking at him? We'll never know that. What is in his mind as he is dancing with her? We'll never know what's in their minds. So there's layers of secrets that are in the photo. But our job as photographers is to freeze these moments and cause people to question. And in their questioning, the frame, the moment, it will open up new pathways of more questions. And before you know it, there's a connection to the photo because they've engaged it on a level that is beyond just observing, just looking at it, just a glance. So this week, when you, I know a lot of you look at photography, you look at a lot of photographers' works, don't just look at it on the surface. Here's my aim to you guys. Create some good secrets this week for the photographers by photographing deeper than the surface. Create some good secrets this week by photographing deeper than the surface. What says you? Jazzy says, I can hear the music. I really love this photo. Shannon says, this is worthy of inclusion in your book, Ron. I agree. This is one of my favorite shots. One of my favorite shots. The energy that was felt in that moment. The moments of, I wish I was a fly on the wall. Well, as a photographer, you do get to be the fly on the wall. You get to be the fly on the wall as a photographer. And Dr. Tachi says, yes. I guess she's saying, yes, that should be in the book. And Kaz says, that is a good description. Layers in time and or moments. Kaz is very cerebral. That's why I love her. She's very cerebral. Okay, guys, we're on time. We are on. We're always on time. It's just a matter of what our time is and what we talk about. But I hope that encourages you. Take time with your photos. Take time when you take pictures of your family and friends. Don't just take pictures of them posing. Take pictures of them living. Can I say that again? For your family and your friends, because those are precious, even more precious because you know these people. You know your son, you know your daughter, you know your husband, you know your wife, you know your partner, you know your neighbors, you know each one of them. Indeed, in a little more, you know who they are. They're not strangers. But take pictures of them living. It's good to take them photos when they're posed. That's cool. Hey guys, let's gather together. I want to take a picture of you all. Selfie time. Take pictures of your family and friends living. Okay. Let me give you some announcements and then we're out of here. One is, if you would like to stay connected, make sure you go to my website, ronlouisphotos.com, and you can hit the email. It'll just automatically pop up and put yourself on the mailing list. So important. And also, if you're interested in event photography or you know someone that is, make sure you reach out to them and say, hey, I know this dude. He's online sometimes. He's talking about photography. He is a great event photographer. I can suggest him to you. And then I want to also thank you, Patreon members who support this platform. You support this platform. You pay the bills. Thank you, Patreon members. And if you are not a Patreon member or you are a free Patreon member, if you're a free Patreon member, step it up. Step it up. I think I do more than you would want for just free. Okay? So Do that. Step it up. Step it up. Also, one of our biggest sponsors is Rolling Clouds. They sponsor this platform. They sponsor what we do here. So we're going to just make sure a shout out to Rolling Clouds, which is a cigar company. And last but not least, if you want to learn about photography, you can photograph your world. I do that with you virtually, basic photography 101. We can set up time and classes for you. Okay, there you have it. And guys, thank you so much for joining me today. Also, I did become a member of Substack. If you are a member of Substack, if you are a subscriber to Substack, if you have a Substack platform, you'll probably say, what is Substack? Substack is where lots of writers, journalists, bloggers. Now, I have gotten the great ability, like I was able to write this, right? But because I always was afraid to write because of my dyslexia. I can never get words right. I can never get them in the right format. I can never do them in the right sentence. I can never put them in the right order. I would always have to be all over the place. And now, because of AI, I could write down everything. I could write it all down. I should say, type it all down, and kind of like just type it in any format I want, and just say, God, make this. I'll say to the computer, to Copilot, now make this grammatically correct and appealing. After I've poured my thoughts. So all you folks out there that have dyslexia, the greatest invention I talk about it all the time was AI, Copilot, Chat GPT, all of those. Those for we who have dyslexia, it is the greatest invention for us. And it gives us the ability now to do things that we weren't able to do. Like I could put together this thing for you guys today. But also it gives me the ability to I can now be on Substack, because that's where all the writers are. Those are like the writers. I'm not like that, but I'm just, tickling, at the surface. But Substack, what I love about Substack is that there's so many writers there, and I get to read a lot of their work, like journalists, scientists, doctors, lawyers, legal minds, historians, and it's also photographers there now. Everyone's gathering. Substack is getting a lot of traction. Well, I say all of that. There are several people in this community that are in Substack, and I'm going to show you Substack one, and then I'm going to let you guys go, because I want you to. If you happen to be over in Substack, I want you to look for me, and I want you to subscribe to the Substack. Oh, what happened to what's going on here? My keyboard is not working. What's going on here? Hold on. Substack. Okay, there we go. I was like, what is going on? Okay, there we are. And my dashboard. Okay. So I found, thanks to our last night game people, the folks that hung out with us during game night last night, I now have 10 subscribers. So I'm excited about my 10 subscribers. Thank you guys for the 10 subscribers. But it's a great platform. And let me just take you there. So this is my little dashboard. And so direct messaging and all that other stuff. I've been on there 30 days, 30-day view, 6 subscribes from app, and all that other good stuff. So that's my dashboard. But you can go in, and then I have my posts, and you can put your posts there. You can have subscribers. You can have paid subscribers. You can do your podcasting there. You can do stats and all that other stuff, chats, recommendations. So again, and I follow the Bulwark. I follow Glenn Bulwark for politics, Glenn for law. I love law, so I learn a lot about law from Glenn. And Midas Touch, they are all about politics and what's going on in the world right now. And also Don Lemon. Those are my favorite 4. Those are who I follow. But there's a whole bunch. There's Jim Acosta. There's all the journalists out there. Adam Kinzinger, politicians, Joy Ann Reed. And it goes on. So politicians are there as well. So if you want to learn about what's going on and want to hear it in the written form of how people are thinking, head over to Substack. I think it's a good platform for folks to learn. Okay, that was my commercial for Substack. Again, if you follow me, I'm Ron Foster 3. That's what I come up on. Well, it'll probably come up just if you just put Ron Foster in, because not that many Ron Fosters on there at the moment. So I think there's only 2 other Ron Fosters. But yeah, there you have it. So check out Substack and hit the subscribe button on there, and you can subscribe for free. There is a paywall for the lessons that I do here. I consolidate them and put them in behind the paywall so that people can they can get that benefit. And then those I'm thinking about this, you let me know, Patreon folks that are in our community here, is I want the people that are Patreon members that are $25 and more a month. I want to give you guys what they call founders path in here. I think it's called founders, where that way you don't have to pay for it. You do not have to subscribe on this platform because you are subscribing on my Patreon page. Those that are doing $25 or more. Okay, so I'm going to try to link those, and I'll connect you through your email. And so let's make sure I have the email you want me to connect with, and then I can put you on there, and you'll get all the stuff that I'm posting that's behind the paywall, and you'll just get it, without paying for it, because you are already paying in Patreon. Okay, so I want to do that for you. Let's see, love that thought. Layers, candid life moments are, go back to the video. Candid life moments are my favorite. I enjoy capturing strangers while I'm out, especially couples. And Kimmy says, still stumped on the pentagram. Still, I didn't get it. So last night we had a great time. We had a wonderful time last night in our game night. And none of us got the pentagram. None of us got it. None of us got it. So anyway, today's a new day to play. We'll play by ourselves, and then we'll do it again on Wednesday night, hump night. We'll do it again on Wednesday night. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you. Have a great day. And again, hit the likes. Let people know that you enjoyed this platform. And also leave comments. You can do comments even when we're not on the air. Okay? So guys, thank you so much. Have a great week ahead. Get out there and do some photography and do it and capture some secrets. Talk to you later. Love ya. Bye-bye. Hello, and thank you for joining us today. Make sure you hit the like, the subscribe, and leave a comment on this video. I would love to hear from you. Thank you again. Until I see you next time.